Hi everybody, it's Rose Webster here. I just wanted to show you how you can check where these cellular towers are if you happen to see tree damage or other proof of cellular damage, especially on evergreen trees, which I think is very compelling proof. Now, I found out looking at the 5G services that Rogers has this strip along Commercial Street where it's 5G, and I thought, gee, that's interesting because there's really not a lot of businesses. It's very open. And I found this tree that was like half burnt off. You'll see later on as you watch this. So I thought, okay, I'll go out there and try to see how this lines up. And I went along here and I stood here and I saw that this tower over here lines up almost directly where the half of this tower, or sorry, half of the tree is burnt off. Let me just scroll in. Now, 25 dips down. So even though this tower, if you live in this area, they, oh, well, that's out of the way. Nobody get, no, it actually lines up almost directly to um, this area where it's around this area on Commercial, right across from this sports center. So this is where I was standing and I just happened to turn around and see it at the right time and yeah. And then I thought, okay, let's scroll out again. So look up your 5G and you'll find out, oh gee, there's a whole bunch around this hospital here. And then just that one strip up Commercial. And I thought that's really odd. But then you think like a criminal. If you think like a criminal, it makes sense. You'd want people that were already sick to keep going every few months for their blood work and back and forth, and they're good and radiated. So radiated bacteria, especially gram negative is 75% of the lethal shock. You radiate that bacteria enough in people and people that are already ill, and you've got half of us getting cancer pretty easily and fairly targeted. So watch the rest for the real world proof. I just want to scroll out here to show you this is the area I can do, but you're going to see 5G is going to cause a lot of problems. 3G probably did too, but I think 5G is going to be more problematic. So these towers ultimately have to come down because we have real world proof of biological damage. Okay, so you can see the 5G up in behind that fabricy type coating or whatever, but as you know, it can go right through that. It can go through plastic, wood. So I think they're trying to hide it, but it's got substantial amount of cables up there, you can tell. Yep. So this side of the evergreen tree, you can see a little bit of the pines are not coming in on one side, notably. I'll show you another spot. So here's another one. You can see this whole side, it really is quite striking how this side of the tree, nothing's sprouting back, but it's an evergreen, so the pines are coming back on this side, so they're obviously not hit. We look from the side. It's a cloudy day, so we can't necessarily see the towers, but we see some red lights on top of that building down there, which is an old age home near the hospital. You can see that in the distance. Okay, so the direction we were in is just the other side of these townhomes is where you saw that totally half burnt out evergreen tree, and some of the other trees along this stretch along Dairy close to Commercial Ave is where this 5G is on the map. And the distance, you can see the red lights that are on top of those retirement homes near the hospital. Now, and I travel the line of sight, come back here another 20 feet this way. Come with me, and you can see there's a tower in the distance there. We'll get to a clearing here so you can see it better. A tower down there. Looks like it might be the right height. And then if you turn another, 50 degrees or so here, 45, 50, here's another tower with a red light on top. So these are dangerous EMF, and the best evidence I have is the evergreen trees being affected, because as the name implies, evergreen means they're always green. And you can see even the top of some of these trees around here, the pine needles are not coming back in. Thank you. Okay, everybody, here's another tower, but look how low down these are. And these are hitting people's rooftops.